Can't get a better start than that.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Mehvies, where we're watching not Moonraker. Apparently, Moonraker is the default for every stream I do, which is why that one time we had, at the Mehvies, episode 63, Moonraker.
That was literally 10 episodes ago.
Yeah, like we've been doing other shit, man. It might not be episode 63, but
and I see that Don Cheadle is just as easily inserted as always.
What are you talking about? That's not Don Cheadle. That's Dunstable cheating. Yeah, there are two posters. There are two posters on this poster. We'll get two posters for the price of one. And James Bond has two different girls, although one you'd be forgiven for thinking that one of them wasn't. And one of them was just a really effete twink. But anyways,
look inside the blimp and you will see the Cheadle.
Well, yes, you'll see the Christopher Cheadle.
Oh God, I recognize Christopher Walken's face just from the fact that he looks like how he did in Batman Returns.
Yeah,
as Max Schreck.
I had that was really weird seeing him in that movie because I forgot he was in that film. I forgot he was in this film, and I forgot that he looked so young. I didn't know he was ever young. You know.
I gotta have more cowbell.
Yeah, that's whenever I see Christopher Walken in my head, that's always the one I see.
I mean, hell, they reference the cowbell thing in the Jungle Book 2016 movie. They really did.
Yeah.
Like, they have a cowbell amongst the various shit that King Louis has, and Mowgli's like, what the heck is this?
Alright. So I guess we're ready to go ahead and get the movie started now that our little preamble is done. Alright, so 3, 2, 1.
So, was there any interesting trivia you'd like to tell us about this movie?
Well, Ridley Scott is neither the name Zoran nor any other character is meant to portray a real person. Okay, I wasn't assuming so.
I got you this time, you bastard.
So Ridley Scott is indirectly responsible for the 007 production studio burning to the ground.
I see.
Yeah. So his a bunch of canisters of petroleum that he'd used in the filming of the movie Legend starring Tom Cruise and Tim Curry. Those were left in the studio. And apparently were not very well attended to because they caught fire and burned the entire studio to the ground. And they had to rebuild it and reopen it over the course of 6 months.
The Russians would later find Captain America trapped in ice, but then they just decided, you know what, let's leave him.
He has too much blue-blooded capitalism in him. We would not be able to brainwash him toward glorious communist motherland.
I seriously do not understand why my little sister thinks that capitalism is just such a you know.
So the role of Zoran, which is later taken up by, as we'll see, Christopher Walken, was offered to David Bowie and Sting. And
wow.
David Bowie initially accepted the role, but turned it down because he said, that he didn't want to spend 6 months watching his stunt double fall off cliffs.
I can
I don't.
imagine.
Yeah, I don't know what Sting was doing at the time. I'm having a hard time figuring out what the fuck is I'm trying my best to pay attention. Okay, this is Bond, I think. Yeah, that's Bond. I'd recognize those jowls anywhere.
Mr. Moore?
Yeah, they basically had to
Roger
strong
Moore?
arm Roger Moore into this with the promise of a very big payday because he wanted to retire 3 films ago.
I can imagine.
Yeah, because he was getting.
We've had a couple stinkers of movies.
Yeah, and he was getting old enough that some of the women that they'd cast as the Bond girls were literally young enough to be his daughter. And he was like, I'm like a million years old, man, and I'm just gonna. I want out of here. And yeah, so now
Why is the Beach Boys playing in the background?
they're taking full advantage of the mid 80s snowboarding craze that I was unaware was a thing until recently.
No, Alex. What would have fit better is get your skis shined up, grab a stick of juicy fruit. The taste is gonna move ya. Take a sniff, pull it out. The taste is gonna move you when you pop it in your mouth. Juicy fruit is gonna move ya. Choose the song, it gets right to ya. Juicy fruit, the taste is gonna move ya. That worked. That fucking worked.
That you know the the stunts are getting a lot more. That is a toy helicopter.
Yep.
That was so blatantly a toy helicopter with an M, and there's just a random Union Jack in the middle of nowhere.
No, that's his submarine.
You know, this is getting a lot more Looney Tunes than I thought it was going to be.
Thank God the next main era of James Bond movies we'll be getting into is a bit more serious.
Yeah. What? Please tell me there was. Okay, thank you, James.
What do you think, Inconspicuous Submarine? By the way, Totally Not Mark did started his reviews of the Boo Saga, and
this is
let's just say that TFS ended up actually. Let's just say we now realize that TFS has definitely it could have done the Boo Saga.
What? That's not suspicious at all.
No, not in any way whatsoever. You're young.
What the fuck was the point of that scene?
Was an open book. You used to say,
I appreciate the music, but like,
live. You know you did. You know you did. You know you did.
Well, you know that's an interesting effect.
I know, wrong song, but who cares? That just sounds like a grammatically flawed sentence. A view to a kill.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you agree, Alex?
Yeah, kinda, yeah.
Grace Jones. Yeah. Now I'm reminded of that bit from Black Panther where Zuri is like, these Grace Jones looking chicks.
Yeah, A View to a Kill performed by Duran Duran.
So, oh, and I cried, and I'm hungry like the wolf.
Yes.
Why Duran Duran of all bands?
Well, they were a popular group.
Mhm.
It's better than fucking than like For Your Eyes Only. I mean, it doesn't have anything on the Living Daylights, but you know. She is so blatantly not skiing.
Oh my! So James Bond had a freeze gun.
James Bond about to adopt his new identity of Commander Freeze.
No relation to Victor Freeze.
No, it's complete coincidence. Huh. Okay, apparently I was completely mistaken about that. So apparently the snowboarding sequence in this film kicked off the 80s snowboarding craze.
Wow.
That's
So this
that's
so this
interesting.
film is 2 hours and 11 minutes long. Which let's see. That's as long as Octopussy.
Apparently John Taylor, the bassist for Duran Duran, approached Albert R. Broccoli at a party while drunk and asked him, "When are you gonna get someone decent to do one of your theme songs?" And Albert R. Broccoli said, "Well, fine, you do it then."
Wow. Is that why Albert R. Broccoli isn't doing these movies?
Albert R. Broccoli, he was the producer, so.
No, as in doing the Roger Moore films because his. Oh boy.
No, he's the producer, not the director.
By the way, both Octopussy and this movie. And let me make sure.
What? What? What the fuck
Are the
is up with
two
all the remote
longest.
control toys?
Anyways, I was saying. In this movie and Octopussy were the two longest films in Roger Moore's era of James Bond.
All directed by John Glenn, as a matter of fact.
I thought it was Hamilton.
Um, John Glenn directed For Your Eyes Only, Octopussy, and A View to a Kill.
Okay then.
And he was the second unit director for On Her Majesty's Secret Service, The Spy Who Loved Me, and Moonraker. The modern toaster doesn't use a microchip; it uses a like a heat sensor circuitry thing. And it's not even a complicated circuit. I mean, back then it didn't. Like, now who the fuck knows? Might have gotten more simple as time goes on. Simpler, rather. Ah,
What about
Zoran Blitz. French, you say? Oh yeah, apparently that notice at the start of the film was because there was a Zoran corporation, Zoran, that threatened to sue for defamation, and they had to put that disclaimer up because the guys who put the film together hadn't researched the trademark behind the name.
There's Walken himself. He's walking in a winter wonderland.
I'm walking here. Oh, what's the opposite of Christopher Walken?
Let me guess, Christopher Reeve.
I got it in one.
Yep. By the way, Alex, it's like, so the scene of the final explosion for the TFS version, Vegeta's like, I shall now give you a hug. And then he knocks out Trunks. He's like, hug completed. I've got a lot to tell you about some of the Eclipse. And I'm like, see, Team 4-Star, you could be funny if you kept doing this.
All you gotta do is find some stuff to fill the space between the jokes.
Yeah.
It doesn't all have to be jokes.
Yeah. Also, Goten's like, are we doing pew pew now?
Pew pew.
He's adorable in the abridgment.
Yes, unfortunately, the aubergine was unavailable, so they sent Inspector Clouseau. He claimed that the horse was enhanced with motors inside. Honestly. Dressed up as somebody named Guy Gadwa.
I forget. So, was it this movie that Black Panther got that Grace Jones joke from, or was it from a different movie that she was in?
Let's see here. Grace Jones. That's like the most notable thing she's been in, and she was in The Wiz in the US Revival Tour, so I mean, unless he was also in Boomerang and the 1999 Beastmaster TV show. What the fuck? Yeah, that's the most notable things I can find in her filmography.
There was someone on Twitter who was like saying the Thousand Year Blood War dialogue is like, oh, so drastically altered. And I'm like, no, it's not. It's not, that kind of alter, if you get my meaning.
He could be using some previously unknown horse steroids. Or he could just be using regular old caffeine. Caffeine tends to give you superpowers. Like
I mean, hell,
caffeine
I mean,
actually
hell,
gives you superhuman reflexes in high enough quantities, by the way.
we've seen it with Fry.
Yeah.
I could have sworn it's pronounced Akil.
A Akil for what?
I don't know.
Uh,
Oh my god, that
That's
was
a
terrible.
James. That pun was terrible. That
He
pun
should
was
be
bad, and
deeply
you should
ashamed of
feel bad.
himself.
Also, oh, that's a
Commit ritual Sudoku.
yeah. That's like a 1 centimeter fish. Oh, that's the cover of the movie. That's literally the cover of the movie.
Oh, good lord.
Fun fact, well, it's the cover of the remastered DVD release. Why is a fishing pole such a fucking big deal? Well, that was a 1 centimeter. Literally a one, maybe even less than that. And that was like a 1 centimeter fish hook stuck in his neck, and that fucking killed him.
I guess it did. Maybe it had something in it. You never know. It could have been laced with some kind of, toxin.
Hmm.
You ever figured that might be a possibility? Because
Um,
remember, Griffith
yeah,
almost died
true.
to poison.
True.
Oh, Grace Jones is back. I could see where Teen Titans got its influence from.
This was originally supposed to be a bungee jumping sequence, but something went wrong. I'm not sure what.
I mean, come on, let's be real here, Alex. There was quite a bit of inspiration from this scene for that one sequence in the Control Freak episode.
Yeah, that was the worst. That was the worst cut I've ever seen in my life.
I have the Rinaldi device in my hand. Please. He's great. He's committing GTA. Quick, play some licensed music.
I'd say we are playing licensed music, but I don't know if it counts since they own. James, you are the world's worst driver.
What the fuck?
We
Hope
we
you got
are literally
insurance.
playing GTA Paris right now. This, well, at least there's no slide
What?
whistle sound effect. You
Okay.
just turned. This is now National Lampoon's Vacation.
Hey,
We just
Bond,
went
how
full
much is
Griswold.
Hey, Bond, how much is your Secret Service agency willing to pay for the property damage? Look at this shit! Look
We
at
should
this!
be glad that that's
Bask in its glory!
Drive. He's still fucking going. Oh my god.
I'm sorry for screaming like that.
James, I'm sure you could get out and walk faster.
Yeah!
Okay, well, you know what? That was a mannequin. That... Why did he... Why is the groom... Where did that speedboat come from? I'm sorry,
where did it come from, movie?
I was too focused on... Now we take you into the back and chop you up for dinner. You do not roll in my cake.
Would you like more cowbell? Yeah, like what a secret agent would do. Not like what you would do, you colossal dumb fuck. We at the Metley crew would like to apologize for anybody's eardrums I might have inadvertently ruptured with that.
Yeah.
I will now be taking copious amounts of serotonin by petting my dog, who is right next to me. So, Alex, how was your
You know,
day?
well, my day was all right. I'm just I just wasn't expecting this film to be so Looney Tunes, you know?
Why does everybody keep on hiring me? All of my work is shit. That's from a nostalgia critic review of M. Night Shyamalan stuff. Oh, that horse is ready for the hot dog. The mannequin one. Yes. Thank you very much.
Wilbur. Yeah. Black tie.
So, oh, tell me something. Has anything happened yet?
Um, Somebody stashed a tape recorder in Bond's suitcase, I think.
Why?
I don't know. Either that or it's his tape recorder. Oh, there's a bug in there. Ah, that's it. That is his tape recorder. Okay.
Alrighty then. Should we? Who knows indeed. This sounds very generic.
Sounds like just a regular ass piece of classical music they like to play.
There she is again.
Those are the worst fucking sunglasses I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Those look.
You're not fooling any. You're not
No.
fooling anyone, James. Hmm.
Is that Louis Vuitton?
Perhaps it
Let's see.
is. 5 million, huh?
Let's see here. Yep, that is Louis Vuitton. Unfortunately, I have started picking up on some of these things because, well, people have shit like this in the real world, and it looks fucking weird.
Yeah, that happens.
James St. John Smythe. Okay, sure. How long
Sure.
is your fucking name, really?
Have you seen how long Scar and Fuhrer King Bradley's real names are?
True, true.
Seriously, look up that gag bit from the for panel short, or it's hilarious. Let me guess, your name is Javert? What? Couldn't resist.
I'm trying to figure out if Christopher Walken is attempting to do a French accent or not.
Perhaps he is. You never know.
All I know is that he doesn't sound like the stereotypical Christopher Walken voice. Not entirely, anyways.
She seems lonely. Perhaps she is pondering if this kind gentleman here might, give her things.
That is literally the 3 most common names that anybody could have.
And
James, John, and Smith.
Could be worse.
Sounds to me like some of his lines were dubbed over by somebody else in that scene.
What about Ben Kenobi?
General Kenobi!
I mean, come on, how obvious is that? At Ben Kenobi in there trying to look for Obi-Wan Kenobi? That, Obi-Wan, if you really wanted to, hide your identity a bit better, maybe don't use your last part of your name as your friggin' alias.
Or, the main alias you were known by during the Clone Wars.
Which was?
Ben.
Ah.
Like that was the code name whenever he needed to not use his real name.
Oh, that's stupid. How did Darth Vader never find him on Tatooine?
Because he doesn't like sand.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's coarse and rough and irritating. It's everywhere.
And it leads into the worst of the Star Wars prequels. But then again, the worst of the prequels is still better than all of the sequels.
See if we can't find ourselves a secret compartment. Oh my god! That... James, your puns are getting worse. I think it's time to retire.
Yeah.
Don't you worry, I'm going to retire after this film.
Rest in peace, Roger Moore. You were pretty good as Bond.
You were in some of the best and some of the worst James Bond films. They've replaced all of his joints with servo motors.
My God.
They could rebuild him. He had the technology.
I literally just made that joke.
I believe the horse is known as Lance Armstrong. That's actually an ingenious little plan, but I fail to understand why this is a James Bond scenario, you know? I feel like this would be, much easier kept to, local departments.
To one, what about one Johnny English?
Yeah.
Or what about Mr. Bean?
He was in the last film we watched.
Or even better. No, wait, even better. What about Austin Powers? Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Anybody else having any flashbacks to the fight scene in Iron Man 2? Maximum disrespect for the corpse. That. Well, that guy's fucking dead. James, seriously, you need to fire your writer. There's some very aggressive makeup.
Damn, she has got. Oh, wow, that is.
Yeah.
Mm,
God damn.
mm. Well, Miss Jones, you have some
She doesn't
great
skip
aspects.
leg day.
No.
How are they not dead? Hey, that's Keisukatame. You do realize you don't need gloves for judo, right?
I think it's more of a force of habit. Oh my.
This is why we have weight classes.
Oh, this just went from consensual to sexual harassment.
I was like, what? Oh, okay. Hey, well, I guess this is, I'm not sure what the fuck is going on here.
Somehow she looks more dressed in the bathrobe than she does in that outfit.
It's one of those, yeah, that's one of those outfits that's almost more sexual than actually being naked. Has somebody seen a Pink Panther movie? I think somebody's seen a Pink Panther movie.
Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. Well, now, that's an interesting set of equipment on that one statue.
Oh, there's no need for that, my dear. We can take him down just as easily whether we're naked or not.
Wow, he's just like, Well, go on. Go ahead. He's right there. Go get him. Oh. She has
Huh.
got some great back muscles. What was with that cut there?
That was very interesting.
Oh. Oh. Oh, he doesn't mind her being on top. Interesting attention to detail. All that guy's got.
Interesting. A bit character in a James Bond film has more sense about him than a main character in a Ryan Johnson film. Certainly, he had quite a jock night, if you know what I mean. That looks like the title screen to a video game. Oh, god damn it. James Bond, 007, usually armed, extremely dangerous.
Punch him in the jaw.
Ba-dum-ba-da! I thought you got enough riding in last night, Mr. John.
Smith. What game is that for you?
You know, it's a lot of them. Why did you throw dirty water on a perfectly clean car?
Because that was the rich snob's perfectly clean car.
Okay. Trying to think here.
Don't do that. It hurts your brain sometimes.
Let's see here. Excuse me. Kingdom Hearts, I found some appeal, even though I kept failing at it. I wasn't just trying to finish it up for the hell of it. Towards the end of it, I was like, heck yeah. A lot of Grand Theft Auto games are like that for me, where it's like there's like whack ass shit that happens in it, and you just get killed for no fucking reason. 5.10 a gallon. What the fuck is this? Oh wait, this is somewhere in Europe. That makes a bit more sense, even though this is the 70s, well, the 80s.
Percy Graves, aka the best Superman chick. I guess you could say he was washed up. Really? Nothing?
A little bit. A little bit.
Or would you say that's better than Bond's stuff?
Yeah.
What? Well, that's just flat out cheating.
Literally is cheating. This is... this is starting to remind me a lot more of F-Zero than I was expecting it to. All you gotta do now is spin the horse 360 degrees. Is this the course that paralyzed Christopher Reeve?
Perhaps it was. Perhaps it was.
I'm not even asking this like that's not even a joke. This is like seriously fucking dangerous. I wonder how the stuntmen survived this shit. What the fuck?
It's a shame things had to end this way, Mr. Bond. I fear Grace Jones shall be the one inflicting the kill on you. So then...
Well, we're gonna... Rather than using the guns that we have access to... Or rather than using the guns that we have access to, or Grace's magnificent thighs to strangle you to death, which is a death any man could hope to achieve, we're going to put you in an easily escapable sinking car. Even though
Bond.
you, as a naval commander, Navy veteran, are known for being able to hold your goddamn breath underwater.
Wow. You were not kidding about it being easily escapable.
And indeed.
What?
Yeah. That's actually something that you can do.
Okay, then. Oh, wow. They are just making out there. That was actually a clever way to escape this.
Yeah. It's not very
You know,
good
they
air, but it is still air, and there's if you can kind of like twitch that little needle in the center, you can go and just get it to leak out gradually. Because you don't want that 40 some pounds of pressure in the tires to come out all at once.
Yeah.
It'll explode your lungs. Oh, I didn't eliminate 007. I just threw him in a car where he could hold his breath for a little while and suck on a tire for 5 minutes.
KGB. What? I fully believe that woman could definitely lift him. Are you sure that's practical? Let me guess. He's going to give us the scope of his big plan. Okay.
You would not believe how difficult that table was to rig up to do that. We're
Simple. We
going to
punch them
hijack
in the
two
jaw.
nuclear missiles. We're going to shoot one at Hackensack and the other at Silicon Valley.
How would that accomplish?
I'm not shooting the other missile at Hackensack for any particular reason. Just fuck New Jersey.
Oh, God. It'll be the last one you'll ever have.
That that is another Looney Tunes ass death. Um, that is clearly a dummy.
Oh God. So Bond and Mr. Walken here have similar or script writers for their one-liners.
Might even say that that's a view worth killing for. By the way, this character was originally supposed to be Felix Leiter, but they rewrote him to be Asian because this part of the movie is set in San Francisco.
Good, we don't want Felix in here.
Yeah, they didn't. I'm honestly surprised with how often that they've race swapped and age swapped and just generally swapped Felix Leiter that they just didn't cast this guy as Felix.
Good, we don't want him.
I'm about to say Hans Gruber. I was going to say, didn't that fellow jump out of the Nakatomi Plaza, or was he thrown? I'm never sure about that. I'm sorry, this sounds suspiciously like the plot of Metal Gear Solid.
All right, so when are we sending James Bond to a remote island to go confront terrorists? Some of whom have some pretty insane powers due to nanomachines, son.
Zorin kind of reminds me of Liquid Snake, I gotta be honest here. Excuse me?
Don't forget, Hideo Kojima is probably into a lot of spy thrillers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's
So
part of the reason why the Snake Eater theme exists the way it does. Although the fun fact is that the Snake Eater the Snake Eater theme is better than half of the James Bond themes.
Which is sad.
Especially yours, Sam Smith.
When are we going to get a scene of James Bond climbing up a ladder and then suddenly the theme song of what movie he's in starts playing?
You know, I will start singing Snake Eater if we see him climbing up a long ladder.
But then he jumps down but then he climbs down out and we just hear or eat the snake instead.
It always freaks me out whenever I hear Christopher Walken speaking normally.
That happens.
I'm so used to him sounding like this. And people doing impressions of Christopher Walken that sound like this.
Thrill. Darkness and silence through the night. What a thrill.
I'm searching and I'm melting to you. What a fear in my heart. But you're so supreme.
I'd give my life not for
honor,
but
but
for
for
you.
you. Okay. We've just gone from Snake Eater to Highlander the series. Kevin, tell me you've seen that episode of Spoonie.
No.
Oh.
Away, I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. I'm still a dream, snake eater. And that somehow worked.
It's the second time Bond has lost his air supply while in an underwater mission. Previous
Which, by the
time
way,
that I can think of being in our previous film, Never Say Never Again, and the film Thunderball.
in case you were wondering why it was taking me a bit to sing the lyrics, I was watching the ladder climb.
Nice.
I just imagine someone first time played the game having no idea what was going on, and then they hear that, like, what? What's going on? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Somebody really needs to get down there and clean those muscles off.
Yeah.
They're all right, but they're not super great for the diving environment.
You know, Alex, it's going to be a strange day when we end up having to find something to watch, and then we end up watching Stuart Little.
Oh wait, Christopher Walken was in that movie, wasn't he?
Let me check.
He was the cat, wasn't he?
No, he wasn't Snowbell. No,
No,
that
he
was
wasn't the
Nathan
cat.
Lane.
Fuck, that was Nathan Lane.
Let's see now. Yes, Stuart Little. You got Michael J. Fox, Nathan Lane, Steve Zahn, and Chaz Palminteri, a Bruno Kirby, Jennifer Tilly, a David Allen Greer,
Hog
or
nipples.
Jim Dogan, and Stan
He
Freberg.
wasn't in that movie, was he?
No, he wasn't.
No, why am I
It
thinking
just,
that he was in him? Was he in Stuart Little too?
no, James Woods was in that one.
Okay.
The only reason I ended up thinking that was just because I was like, I had it on the brain for a bit since I watched a couple clips from that film.
Hmm.
It's still so jarring hearing Timon's voice come out of anybody but Timon.
It's like the first time I saw Gilbert Gottfried in like the real, him live action, you know.
And funnily enough,
I was so surprised.
Snowbell and Timon both have been voiced by Nathan Lane and Quentin Flynn.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a jab.
And Quentin Flynn actually replied to me why he was cast as Snowbell in the Stuart Little TV show. That's He said, and Nathan was busy working on the birdcage and they needed a sound alike.
Ah.
And I'm like, well, now. He does sound close to him. Tickle my pussy.
We're now playing the stereotypical romantic music from Tchaikovsky. You know, I don't know about you, but I find that if soap gets like inside my penis, it's not very good. I can't imagine having sex in a bubble bath feeling very good. Because like just imagine the soap gets in there and it just starts irritating everybody involved, and that. Why are you taking a shower after you took your bath?
Oh
Are you showering
no.
off all the bubbles?
Perhaps he is.
Dear God, it's a naked American woman.
American woman,
Hear
stay
what
away
I
from
say.
me.
It's gonna be the Tchaikovsky music, isn't it? Or a different kind of music.
He replaced the tapes.
Of course he did.
I swear to God, I will toss Michelle Pfeiffer out of this window if you do not comply with my demands.
Mr. Bond, I believe you'll find that Selena Kyle is quite dead in the Gotham City harbor.
Is that why she's alive right now having sex with me?
Oh, dear God. Is that the runoff from the local branch of the Umbrella Corporation?
I could have sworn she said she got better. She was tossed out of the building, and then she got better. As for why I'm not, uh, as for why I am not moaning while she's doing this to me, I have quite the sexual stamina, if you know what I mean.
I'm
You're
afraid I do,
being,
Mr. Bond. I'm afraid I do. Your exploits are well documented.
are they now? Tell me, what were my greatest exploits of sexual intercourse? Quite the imposing house you got there. And the man with the golden gun is nearby. Wait, that's cheating. He can't have the golden gun. We had it turned off. Who changed the rules?
It's funny how the sharper image. I believe that the sharper image used to be like this big brand, and now it's like as seen on TV shit, you know?
Hmm. There's a bedroom, but there's no naked chick. I feel like Bond is
This is
constantly expecting.
yeah, I was gonna say this is a little bit of
Oh,
there we
never
go.
mind. Someone's behind him with a gun.
That huh. Shut that
I
guy in
don't
the
want to imagine.
ash.
Yeah, I
Haven't
don't want
shared
to
that in a
imagine.
while.
Yeah, I don't want to imagine the image of a guy getting shot up Main Street. I mean, we had that with Deadpool.
Yeah.
You know, Nostalgia Critic for a time had some weird takes things
Oh, that explains it.
on Deadpool,
But
which the
Roger
takes
Moore cannot
were
kick that high. Don't lie to me.
no. Which, by the way, the takes was
That's a
like
stunt man. And that's actually Roger Moore. What the fuck? I thought he was gonna break that vase. Why did he pick it up then?
kitty cat.
What? That
Damn, girl.
that was very clearly breakaway. That whole thing would have shattered otherwise.
Hey, come back. You're not insured for this. Owie. Again in the ass. Oh. Hurts so much. I got rock salt right up the rectum.
There weren't any ashes in there when you smashed it, though. Well, we've got plenty of Schult to hand. Fire the shotgun directly into the dish, and there we go.
Everything, you say? Well, okay then.
That's interesting.
Oh. Yeah, it's kind of a shame, Alex.
What?
There are no monkeys in this movie that justify me making monkey noises.
Hmm.
I am saddened.
I've never picked up a chick by handling other men.
What about out the way he picked up chicks at the local Chick-fil-A? Bond, you can't keep picking up women at the Chick-fil-A. Oh, I wasn't talking about that. I was picking up dinner for the chicks. God damn it, Bond. Why was he handling the circuit breaker?
Repairing the lines, I guess. I don't know. Phone lines.
Hmm.
Huh.
Oh yeah. He did. Oh yeah, somebody did cut the phone lines. How generous of him.
I believe it's called fracking, my dear.
Blah 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 blah. Excuse me, why is everybody suddenly talking like they're in the Peanuts? Q, why do you do this to me? It looks like I have to reverse the spell before it starts affecting me as well.
You put a spell on me.
Just imagine that Bond is still a kid inside, and everybody else after they grow up just starts talking wah 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 wah. Uh, won't be long. And then suddenly the elevator's like, Bond, Bond, I am surprised you restrained yourself up inside the elevator and not just poked the woman's brains out. And then suddenly, and from Bond's perspective, wah, 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 wah. You want to know what Bond's response is when he's told, "Are you listening?"
Wah, 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 wah.
Oh, good God! Why is this happening? It's like we can't even communicate to you anymore. Wah, 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 wah. I was thinking about Pokemon Go for some reason. It was on the brain. As weird as that is.
Oh, excuse me. Just a shot in the dark. One step away from you. Always creeping up on you. Alright.
This is actually kind of funny. Miss Jones, I believe you should frisk him. Very thoroughly should you frisk him, given that you two, did it. Yes, we get it. I had sex with James Bond. What's the big deal? Literally every woman in this franchise has had sex with him. Is it really not that big a deal? No, it actually isn't.
There's more than enough penis to go around.
I'm confirmed to be bisexual. Yeah, yes. The fact that you took that long to piece it together is redonkulous. Don't worry, darling. It's okay. They've trapped us in an easily escapable trap. That doesn't
And you.
really reassure me with confidence.
Oh, don't worry. I'm sure we'll be able to get out of here. You literally did not learn from the last time. Just take a fucking knife and cut something.
Oh, that's not going to work. See, people, this is why elevators aren't supposed to function and during a fire. Because of
Partially.
shit like this.
Oh yeah, it is partially due to a number of other factors, namely that they need to be used in a lot of circumstances, they need to be used by emergency responders, but they will also just cease to function because of the heat. Like the heat will cause the metal to expand, and they'll just go.
Yeah. You see, we escaped. You see, we escaped that very easily. What did I just tell you? I'm still not all that confident. Well, then you better follow me, bitch.
Stop
Woman,
shouting at me. I'm trying to get us out of here.
She sounds like Ashley.
Leon, help!
Hang on, Mary Jane. But I'm not Mary Jane. Okay, Gwen Stacy.
I'll never let go.
Where? Don't worry, I've got you. Give her some. Give her some air. Come on, she needs it. You're safe now, bitch. Are you fucking kidding me?
The editing continuity is so fucked on this film. Okay, okay, that just cut. You're.
Meanwhile,
You do realize they need that, James. They need that fire truck, James. James, they need that. There's still a fire going on, James. James, you're leaving with the ladder truck, James. You're leaving with the ladder truck.
Well, that was actually kind of clever.
I should see if there's like a model of a
Previously on the
truck.
Blues Brothers.
Yeah. I should see if there's a model of a hinged ladder truck like that, because I've always wanted one of those. But the only one I ever had was like Matchbox size, and it was shit. Stop running into each other. Well, put your arms inside the fucking vehicle, dumbass. I had to hear some electric guitar in the soundtrack. Hope you put your fucking arms back in the fucking cockpit.
Well, Alex. One thing I'm afraid.
That is a fuck. That.
Turn, woman, turn.
Sometimes it's a stuntman. Sometimes it's a green screen. And in the scene where he was flopping around, it was a dummy.
And in some scenes, it's both a stuntman and a green screen.
James, you know what you could do? You could climb on top of the ladder. There we go. There we go.
What was going on there?
That's a great question, Kevin. I believe it's called set dressing. But this is the most socially irresponsible set piece I've ever seen in a James Bond film.
This is the most socially irresponsible I've seen of James Bond.
Yeah. Like, there's so many close calls, so much collateral damage. You didn't think about unhooking the fucking ladder before you left, James.
Clearly.
You could have done that earlier. You realize that, right?
He could have done a lot of things earlier, but no, he didn't.
God damn it. Still better than the chase scene in The Man with the Golden Gun. Although we are literally in a Blues Brothers movie now. Dear God, why are you running towards it? You know, you guys definitely aren't San Francisco PD. I think Keystone Cops might be more appropriate. What? Go back.
Yeah.
Go, drop the. You could drop the. This is the kind of set piece that is only possible if several people involved are incredibly stupid.
Which they are.
I'm not entirely sure that's his fault. Yeah, pot, meat, kettle. You're black and white. Wake me up inside.
I can't wake up.
Wake me up inside.
Save me.
Call my name and save me from the dark. He's gonna steal the truck, isn't he? Literally... This is the Looney Tunesiest I've ever seen James Bond. And Moonraker was pretty damn Looney Tunes.
For a very important date. How many? An hour? Just an hour late? That's awfully generous, wouldn't you say?
Well, that's a very good question. She did find one that fit. Why bother with the disguise if you're just gonna get in the fucking minecart? Try not to rub those ass cheeks together, my dear. Too much static electricity is dangerous.
Yep. Yeah,
Why
we
does that
got all
sound
of
like Norm?
yesterday.
Why does that sound like Norm Macdonald? It
Perhaps it
probably
is.
isn't, but it still sounds like him.
Tick, 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 tick.
Click, click, boom.
So now we're in a mining operation. So what are they trying to get out of this whole mining operation?
Um, Something to do with the micro. Oh yeah, they're trying to flood Silicon Valley.
Oh yeah, that's right. Duh. I seem to have forgotten that detail for some reason. We have to keep the door closed from Grace Jones, because otherwise she'll just superhuman strength her way through
Oh,
that.
that's fucking amazing.
Yeah, get back to work, you schmucks. Come on, let's go.
I saw no one. I saw nothing. I did not even get up this morning.
Where is that even from, anyway?
That's from Hogan's Heroes, Colonel Clink.
We're gonna need to add that to our list at some
That is a
point.
TV show. There are several seasons.
Fuck. And we're not. Then just link me to the clip.
Yeah, I'll see if I can find it.
Oh, Grace Jones is back. I'm sorry. Like, every time she comes on screen, I'm sorry, Alex. I just can't. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
Convenient coincidence. Why does that sound so weird to me?
I'm still astounded by the fact that Never Say Never Again had higher production values than most of the other contemporaries it had. Because the sets on Never Say Never Again were much higher quality than in this film, but this film has, like... No, I can't say that it has more expensive real locations. Because Never Say Never Again... Well, the Eiffel Tower, sure, but... Never Say Never Again had a bunch of other expensive stuff. Like, places where it definitely would have been, difficult. Get a permit for?
We don't know how to climb, sir.
I'm still in a dream, Snake Gator.
Get off of me. Get off of me, Grace Jones. Oh. Oh, wow.
Wow.
Miss Jones got a good look at that ass. Realistically, they'd be dead. Shame! Like, okay, what's going on here? So then, we're in a sticky situation. You do realize that he tried to force himself on you earlier. So I wouldn't call that love. I would call that manipulation. What? How much?
Okay, you remember what I was saying about this being Looney Tunes?
Yeah.
Yeah. I keep being right.
So when are we going to hear the ba 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 ba?
I believe that's owned by Warner Brothers, and this is a MGM film, so. What? Did I just hear Wario?
Wario.
No, that would have been Waluigi. Wah! Wah! Wow, wow. Wow, 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 wow.
You know, at the very least, I'll have a harem after this. Of that blonde chick, and then you, Miss Jones.
A harem has to be at least 3.
I know damn well what I just said.
Like, are we supposed to be the star or what?
What is this in relation to?
Well, like I think by anime rules, I think a harem has to be at least 3.
Okay, it's a threesome then. Okay, fine, muscle woman.
Yeah, minimum number for a harem is at least 3 girls, and there's only 2.
Damn it, so it's a threesome.
Guess we need to jump on top and... Oh, I was gonna say, but...
God damn it, Grace Jones! No!
I can't form a harem with only one girl!
Okay, so now the blimp is taking off.
Keep expecting this to turn into the Lord of the Rings theme song. It's like da na 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 na, and then it goes different.
Oh, great. Now we're just kidnapping the lady. Are you that petty? Oh no, I am Tom Petty.
Oh, would you look at that? James Bond could have hypothetically gone away without us, but now we have to kidnap the girl, and that makes it more likely for him to. He is seriously hanging on there. He's a pussy, though. Tom Cruise would have done that for real. People make a big deal out of, like, the Mission Impossible 4, 5, and 6. Probably the 7 ones as well, but I don't know if they've started on 7 yet. And, Top Gun 2 stunts. But he was doing that stuff as far back as Mission Impossible 3. Might have done it. Can't remember if he. At least it's not J.W. Pepper.
Yeah. I swear to God, if I ram into that thing and Magneto's not lifting it, I'm going to kill somebody. Ow! Okay, that's it. I'm adding you to my to kill list, Mr. Walken.
Okay, that's interesting. I got a fever, and the only prescription is more power. I need unlimited power. I want the lightning and everything. Fosterlotto.
Ugh. Okay, what is she thinking of doing?
That. About to have a fire axe fight on the top of the Golden Gate Bridge. We are literally about to have a fire axe fight on the top of the Golden Gate Bridge.
Clearly.
Was this originally the script for a rejected Highlander sequel?
Perhaps it was.
Now picturing Christopher Walken and and Christopher Lambert having an axe fight on top of the Golden Gate Bridge.
There can be only one.
That, I believe, Mr. McCloud, you'll find that there can be only one, even though there doesn't seem to be any less of us the more the series goes on. And they even kept making movies after Adrian Paul found the source. God damn it, Dad. Stop screaming at me. You made me lose my grip. Now I'm going to have to fall into the ocean. And considering Jaws survived a fall from space, that might not kill me.
Hey, here's an idea, buddy. Throw your gun at them. Maybe that'll kill them.
We could reload the There are machine guns there, and you go for the dynamite.
He's feeling a little explosive today.
Burn, baby, burn.
Alex, wouldn't you say that that's partially due to his explosive attitude?
Dynamite, TNT, and I'll win the fight. TNT, I'm a power load. TNT, watch me explode.
That was perfect timing. That was actually perfect timing.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's just a good thing he wasn't using hydrogen, or we all would have exploded.
I feel like that aircraft was carrying a bad case of explosions. I bet you Zoran's still alive.
Well, he did fall into the water, and even though that the impact should have knocked him out long enough to drown. My bond is currently balls deep in the nearest girl.
Oh my god, why?
Why are we bringing the fucking remote control thing back? I don't even know what that is. Remote control Star Wars vehicle.
Oh, there's the pussy. You're not supposed to drop it.
What? What?
Oh.
Why? What? Okay, then.
Okay, so I guess that's the end of the movie.
That was an interesting smash cut.
I'd have to give this a 6.5 out of 10.
Yeah, that sounds appropriate. Like, there's a lot of cool shit in here, but there's a lot of stuff that makes no fucking sense.
Yeah. At the very least, we'll be done with the Roger Moore era of films. Almost now.
Yes. And then we're gonna do...
next time on Alex's Picks, we'll be doing My Hero Academia, the movie, the Two Heroes.
Yeah, and then after we get done with the Maha movies, we'll be working on, I can't remember if we were doing Johnny English next or what.
Ace Ventura?
Fuck it, yeah, we could probably do Ace Ventura instead. Because Johnny English has... I don't know. Actually, you know... there are only... Let's see, there are 4 My Hero movies?
3.
3. There are 3 My Hero movies. Let's hold off on Ace Ventura for now. how we'll do the because there are 3 My Hero films, and then there are 3 Johnny English films. So, that'll be 6, and that's a good enough break between Bond films, I'd say.
All right. And next week we will be starting the old versus new on Disney films from 2010 to 2020, starting with Sleeping Beauty.
I need to see if I have my copy of Sleeping Beauty around here.
I'm gonna have to go get it.
I have. The unfortunate thing is that I have the fucking. I don't even have the original Maleficent. I have the sequel to Maleficent.
Oh, you poor thing.
Yeah. I'm seriously considering not buying some of these films, if you know what I mean. Because I
yes,
have.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, because I have a lot of them already.
James Bond will return in what?
The Living
What
Daylights.
will he return in? What will he return in, movie?
Well, the next
I'm waiting for the movie to answer.
Yeah, the next James Bond will return in The View to a Kill. Unfortunately, that's the film we already watched.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Anyway,
the next James Bond film is going to be my personal favorite James Bond theme song outside of Chris Cornell's excellent You Know My Name. Oh, the living daylights.
And tomorrow we will be doing Digimon.
Yes, until then, we will see you guys later. Bye now.